Did Mr Maguire ever tell you that if he was successful in procuring the sale or development of land in and around Badgerys Creek, that he would stand to make a substantial fee for himself?
Well, in that private hearing when you played the tape, that he made those comments there, but I'd had no recollection of that. And can I also stress, Mr Robertson, that he, as I said, was a big talker, quite fanciful in what he described. So I don't think I would have given it much attention or notice at the time.
Did he ever tell you that he was attempting to assist Louise Waterhouse with any problems that she was having in relation to land associated with his of her family? So with her or with her family?
Not to my recollection, although as has been evident during the course of these hearings, he did tell me that he was sending a letter from her, but I didn't make the connection between the two.
So you have is it right to say you've got a recollection now of Mr Maguire telling you that you would receive a letter regarding what I might call... I had no
independent recollection. It was when you raised it with me. And my other recollection from the private hearing was that there was a distance of at least 2.5 months between the two events. So there's no way that I would have joined the dots between those two conversations.
So do you recall now being told about being sent the email, or are you just saying, look, I've now seen it and it looks like it was sent?
I didn't recall it at the time. It's only based on what you showed me.
No, but really what I'm asking is, has that jogged your recollection about the issue, or are you simply noting that there's an email or a telephone conversation that looks like it's happened?
Correct. It didn't jog my recollection.
And you've got no reason to deny that it happened.
No, but it didn't jog my recollection only because I get thousands of pieces of correspondence and have lots of conversations. So it's certainly... I know you put it to me and I know that that's what occurred, but it certainly didn't cause me to remember anything.
Is it right to say then that the extent of your recollection in relation to what I might call the Badgerys Creek issue or the Waterhouse issue hasn't improved on what you're able to tell the Commission during the private hearing?
Correct. And Mr Robertson, I also want to stress I did not and have not ever made a connection between the two. So because,
when you say the two, what are the two things you mean?
Because you in the private hearing you played me a tape regarding a conversation about Badgerys Creek, and then I think it was some 2.5 months later you played me another tape about me getting a letter from Miss Waterhouse, and I did not make the connection between the two.
Well, I'll play the first recording now so that we can understand what you're now saying.
Yeah. Was my memory correct in relation to those two?
We'll go through the details.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
1355. This was the 5th of September 2017.
I like my idea of an Airbnb for the Ivanhoe houses. So I should work that one out next. You know, it just all takes time, doesn't it? Got enough hours a day. Now I'm trying to fix Jimmy's problem, and it looks like we finally got the Badgerys Creek stuff done. It's good. I'll be glad when that's done because I'll make enough money to pay off my debts, which would be good. Can you believe it? Inward sale.
I can believe it.
Yep. I only want to pay off the house. That's all I want to get rid of. So I'm living here debt-free. The rest of it I don't care about. I'm happy to have as much investment debt as I can possibly have. Just want to get rid of the bad debt, which is the house. And that'll be good.
So do you agree that as at the 5th of September 2017, you knew that Mr Maguire had something to do with Badgerys Creek stuff, and that in the event that it was successful, he would be debt-free?
Mr Robertson, I would have... I don't think I would have paid much attention to this because I would have assumed it's quite fanciful in terms of what he was suggesting, and as you note, the details are very scant, so I wouldn't have paid much attention to what was there.
Well, you don't say it was fanciful, you say I can believe it, or something at least with the word believe.
Yeah, but I can't even assure you that I was listening properly or just being polite. Yeah.
I mean, as at about August and September of 2017, the forthcoming Western Sydney Airport must have been something that was foremost in your thoughts, at least as a matter of public policy, at about that point in time.
That was actually foremost in our thoughts for a decade before that. I mean, that was on the public record as a major issue.
But particularly in about August or September of 2017, the Western Sydney Airport was a matter with which you were concerned about and involved as Premier. Is that right?
But I wouldn't say there was anything special about any development of that issue at that time. This was a big issue, a national issue on the public record that had been a national issue on the public record for some time. So I'm not sure why you would think there was anything significant on that issue publicly at that time.